Hi, good morning everyone. We are here to report the Region 10 different groups of indigenous people. So, first, um, we are gonna identify who are the indigenous people in Region 10. So, the indigenous people in Region 10 includes with a home of 9 tribal groups, including the Higaonon, Talandig, Manubo, Matigsalog, Tigwahalon, and Umayamnon tribes of Bukidnon, and the Maranao tribe of Lanao del Norte, and Misamis Oriental, and the Subanin tribe of Misamis Occidental. First indigenous people group I'm gonna tackle about is the Higaonon tribe of Bukidnon. So, the Higaonons are among the least known indigenous ethno-linguistic tribes situated in the north-central Mindanao, the second largest islands of the Philippines. So, ang mga Higaonon is they are living in Mindanao. They are Higaonon is derived from the word Higa means living, Goan means mountain, and Unon means people, forming a description as the people of living mountains. So, the Higaonon tribes are the infidels. They are natives who were neither converted to Christianity nor Islam and were pushed into the islands of pursuing to self-determination. So, the Higaonon tribes is neither Islam or neither Christians. So, they are not converted one of the religions. So, they are... Next is the members of the culture. This reverse, trees, rocks, waterfalls are not just mere inanimate objects of our disposal and enjoyments, they are sacred. So, in Higaonon, trees, rocks, waterfalls is not just a thing or an object. So, in their POVs, the trees, rocks, and waterfalls are kanang sa Pignanawan. A Higaonon leader once related, the forest is our life, for it is our church, hospital, market, and shelter. It is where the spirits of our ancestors settled after death. So, Dato Pignanawan said that the forest is not just a life, it's their home for their ancestors who died. The Higaonon have their own system of writing. Their myths and legends speak of a great ancestor named Suwat, who kept a list of people who were living and dead during the great flood that took place long ago. So, the Higaonon tribe have their own writing styles, and they name it as what? Slash the burn cultivation of upland rice and corn. The agriculture cycle starts during the March and April, where the Higaonons devote themselves. So the Higaonon tribes is converted a lifestyle about farming and food cultivating, and the Higaonon tribes are good also in logging some timbers for their homes. This is the Talandig tribes from Bukidnon. So, the Talandig tribes are believe in Magbabaya and the spirit who guard and protect of nature, of manifesting the social, economic, and political aspect of life of the Talandig. So, na sila gituwa na kan God. And gitawag nila ni na Magbabaya. So, si Magbabaya is, they are the protector of nature and the social and economic political aspect sa kinabuhi sa Talandig. So, Talandig established a farm. He performs the Talagbuta and Ibabasok rituals after harvest. So, after harvest, the Talandig perform sacred rituals called Talabugta, and Ibabasok. After harvest, he performed the Pamuhandi. he performs the pamamuhandi for the thanksgiving. For the recognition, he performs the panagulambing, panagulambong when he goes hunting. When he goes hunting, the panalikit and palayag and for highest form of socio-economics and political activity. The Talandig performs the Kaliga ceremony. So, pagkaungan arbis, ang i-perform sa Talandig is ang talabugda o ang ibabasok nga rituals. Then, for the Thanksgiving, ang gina-perform nila ay ang pamamuhandi. O sa kanang mag-ato sila hunting, ang ilang gina-perform is panagulambong na rituals. Ang punalikit and palayag mo na ilang gina-perform if na ay mga socio-economic and political nga activity. O ang Talandig perform the Kaliga ceremony. So, ga-perform sila kanang mga ritual ceremony after food kanang naslay nga na mga activity nga gabuhaton. Ug ang marriage sa Talandig ay before arranging a marriage, the kusang giniti and affinity relationship of contract parties are determined as basis of settling the appropriate customary laws of procedures during marriage. Council established as guidance to preserve relationships. So, ang Talandig kay ang ilang marriage, yun, before sila mag-arrange sa marriage, ka partner, mag-determine o mag-base sila sa pag-appropriate sa mga customary law o procedures. Na yung mga procedures yun, before sila magkasal. O pagkasal na, mag-counsel na sila o establish sila og mga guidelines o mga preserved relationship na para ma-preserve ba yun nilang nag-iusa. The Talandig learning system embodies the various forms of oral traditions. This tradition includes the narrative called Nanangit, epic called Ulagin, poetic songs called Sala, and song called Idadang Limbay are particular songs about animals. So, ang Talandig tribes is na sila yung mga different forms of oral tradition. Na sila yung narrative nga gitawag nga nanangin. O napod sila yung ulaging. Na sila ang poetic songs. O na sila yung poetic songs nga gitawag nila nga sala. O ang song called Idadang Limbay. A particular songs about animals. Then, the long historical narrative of Talandig called Gugud. It's considered sacred because it's related to the existence of the gods and spiritual at the time of creation. The Talandig has two methods of healing illness. One is the religious ceremony. Another is through the application of traditional herbal medicine. Illness is treated by means of religious rituals when the mananambal or healer, who is usually a baylan, a prophet or medium, believes that an illness is inflicted by spirits. So, ang healing method po sa Talandig kay na sila yung mga healer or mga kanang doctors kibali. Sa una, itawag nila na mananambal or baylan. Kay ang ilang pagtuo, ang mga sakit kay gikan sa mga espiritu. Ang Talandig is semi-settled agriculturist in the uplands. The traditional crops, the Talandig includes corn, rice, root crops, abaca, and banana. These crops are usually produced at consumption levels. So, ang Talandig is na sila yung mga tanom na corn, rice, root crops na rich in mo nakasurvive sa ila tungod sa kadugay nga panahon. O cultivate po sila og chickens, pigs, o other livestock. Next is Manobo tribe. The Manobo are probably the most numerous ethnic groups of the Philippines in the terms of relationships and names of the various groups that belongs to the family of languages. So, mention has been made of the numerous subgroups that comprise the Manobo group. Totally national population, they're adapting the various environmental niches of developments. Self-contains various of a generalized cultures. The orientation of all subgroups, however, is upland, and commonly cultivation is multi-crop and intercrop, including rice, corn, legumes, yams, and sweet potatoes. Agriculture production is supplemented by hunting and food gathering. So, the Manobo tribes are rich in agricultural productions. They are good by hunting foods and gatherings. So they planting yams and sweet potatoes for their daily consumption. So the communities are widely dispersed in a place of high ridges above mountains. Drainage systems in some areas, they are long houses and accumulated by number of families, usually of extended kinds. So they live in ridges above the mountains. So they also live in the drainage systems. In some areas, there are long houses. So the leadership is praised in a highly skilled and socially powerful individuals who builds up his following through various models of alliances, including marriage. So their leadership concludes with the highest skills of socially powerful individuals. So they're members of Manobo, but they are the skills and usually most powerful ones. So in a grouping, usually the 10th grade traditional community, there would recognize one dato as a head. So their leader is usually called as dato. A number of datos would be united under a more sovereign dato, up through a political pyramid with a sultan and raham muda, holding sway in a largest territory. Although that in relationship is bilateral, there is a bias towards the male in terms of decision making and leadership. The woman holds a subordinate position in the society. So in the sa pagkuan po ng mga in terms of power, ang most na gahawid is most likely men. So ang woman is wala ka sila yung mga position about in the society. So ang men yung may mag-provide everything. Na sila power ang men. Next is Matigsalog tribe. The Matigsalog tribe are the indigenous group who live in Tigwa Salog Valley in San Fernando in Bukidnon province in Philippines. Matigsalog means people along the Salog River. So they are known as the Davao River. They are known as the Davao River, although often classified under the Manobo ethno-linguistic group. The Matigsalog are the distinct subgroup from the Manobo. So ang Matigsalog ay gikan sila sa Manobo nga tribe. Mga subgroup di sila. So Matigsalog means people along the Salog River. Dito mga sila gikan ng Muyo. So mo sila gitawag nga Matigsalog. The Matigsalog previously practiced a hunting and gathering lifestyle with minimal agriculture, recently influenced by migrants, farmers, and traders from the northern Philippines. So, ang Matigsalog ay na-practice sila ang hunting and gathering lifestyle tungod kay na-influensyahan sila sa mga migrant ng mga farmers kanang mga farmers na nag-adto silang lugar. Some of their earlier lifestyle are found in their cultural and artistic expression as evidenced by their costumes of bright colors, mid-rib blouses, and short skirts, skilled hunting and gathering techniques. So, this early lifestyle is also depicted in their music, songs, poetry, ethics, and spiritual expressions. Matigsalog men wear neatly tight fitting pants and turbans, decorated with beads, and fingers with goals of house head. Is also seen in making the traditional paningka or headdress. Mostla, ang matiksalog ay famous sila sa paghimo sa paningka or kanang headdress. Yan. Next is the Tigwahanon tribe. The Tigwahanon tribe are one of the major tribes in Bukidnon. They are scattered all over the municipality of San Fernando, close to the border of Davao del Norte. The term Tigwahanon may have been derived from the word Tigwa River, where the Tigwahanon inhabited its bank and watershed. So, like Salog, ang Tigwahanon po, kanang dapit po sila sa river, kanang dito sila pamuyo sa mga dapit sa sapa. No? The Tigwahanon tribe are rich and famous on their traditional dances using the two-string guitar called kodlong for the dato, and saluray are smaller version of guitar made of bamboo for the bay and sings, ulahing. A high-pitched and plaintive chanting expressing their most ultimate joy, fear, and hopes of the moment. So, ang traditional dance nila kay gamit og string guitar na gitawag og kudlong. Og sa dato pod na ay saluray. Ang smaller version na siya sa guitar made of bamboo. Og na sila'y kanta, gitawag nila ni nga ulahing. Diyan nila gina-express ang ilang ultimate joy, fear, o ilang hopes of the moment. The catch and the games of their communal food eating are equal. Share that even the unborn child in his mother wombs gets a share as long as their mother has done her share of participation in communal fishing and hunting. This is a fishing ritual among the Tigwahanon Manobos of Bukidnon, wherein the huge log bangkakaw carved in the shape of palunggan is brought to the river and beaten for and steady breathing to make the fishes dizzy for an easy catch. So, ang Tigwahanon tribe is na sila'y na sila'y style sa pagpangisda. Gamit nila o dako nga kahoy ang bangkakaw mag-carve o gi-shape sa palunggan or gi-shape siya nga halas, snake, o is brought to the river and beaten purposely instead of breathing to make fish dizzy for an easy catch. Mga ilang fishing rituals, no? Next is the Umayamnon tribe. These indigenous people dwell along the watershed of Umayam River in the mountains of Pantaron in the eastern side of province of Bukidnon. There are fair in comparison 5 feet or above in height. Their eyes are set close enough to each other with average height of nose bridge. But according to Opina, these people are just suspicious and were to strangers for whether there are crimes committed in the place that are easily reached by law enforcing agencies. The criminals often flee to the Umayam region. Hence, criminals are often hunted in Umayam and almost always their hands and are fertile. So, sa una po no, ang Umayam nga tribe ay diya gadago ang mga kriminal, mga anang diya ga takas ibali kay kasagaran mga kriminal kay dito sila gadagan sa Umayam region. O ang mga Umayam tribe as ginataguan siguro nila ang mga kriminal. The black dye that they used to blacken the teeth means one distinction of being a human who knows how to dye his teeth black. For according to them, only monkeys have white teeth. So ang Umayam nun ganang black ipaitong nila ng mga ngipon Kay na sila'y kuan kanang tradition nga kanang kung kabalo ka magpaitom sa imong ngipon kay tao kuno ka. Og ang mga unggoy ra kuno ang mga puti ug ngipon. So umayamnon are excellent makers of bread jewelry like the necklace. Umayamnon are excellent makers of bed jewelry like the necklace called ginakit and imboy. Beautiful beaded men's bag called suning and unisex beaded bracelets called binuklad. So, umayamnon traces their kinds bilaterally, that is, in the blood relations of both father and mother are as termed as close relatives. Reciprocal rules of from them like helping raise ransom of bride price, sharing games of cash of the day, o participate na communal fields. So ang umayamnon tribe is kinatrace sila ilang mga relatives sa pamamagitan sa kanang mga relative ra po sa ilang mga papa o mama. Next is the Maranao tribe will be tackled by John Ronel Barsubia.
Next is Maranao tribe. The Maranao people, Maranao or Marinao, Filipino Maranao, also spelled Marinao, Miranao, and Miranao, is a predominantly Muslim Filipino ethnic group native the region around also Lanao. Lake in the islands of Mindanao, they also known for their artwork, weaving, woods, plastic, and metal crafts, and epic literature called the Daringan. Darangin. Danau languages and giving name to the islands of Mindanao, they are grouped with other Moro people due to their shared religion, like neighboring Moros and Lomads during nominal occupation of the Philippines by the Spanish, and later to the American and the Japanese. The Maranao had tribal leaders called Dato. In the 16th century, upon the arrival of Islam, they developed into the kingdom with sultans due to the influence of Muslim missionaries. Maranao textiles are also famous for their very ornate designs and the colors which reflect the status of the wearer. The tube of their very ornate designs and the colors which reflects the status of the wearer. The tube skirts or malong is a very versatile article of clothing which serve many purposes. The Maranao are widely distributed all over the country and economically are associated with the market trade. With rice, cultivation is the basic mode of food production with some corn, sweet potatoes, coffee, cassava, and peanuts. Dry rice is also cultivated. Fishing in the lake also has descent. Next is Subanin tribe. The Subanon, also spelled as Subanin or Subanon, is an indigenous group to the Zamboanga Peninsula area, particularly living in the mountainous area of Zamboanga del Sur and Misamis Occidental, Mindanao Island, Philippines. The Subanon people speak Subanon languages. The name is derived from the word Suba or Suba. The name Subanon means a person or people of the river. These people originally lived in the low-lying areas. The Subanon are traditionally farmers and regularly move from other locations to the other to clear more forest for fields. They cultivate crops with rice as the most important crop, but they also known to raise livestock including pigs, chickens, cattle, and water buffaloes. Subanon houses are built along hillside and ridges overlooking family fields. The homes are usually rectangular and raised on stilts with thatched roofs. The Subanons are established in the islands of Mindanao before 500 BC. Bitter source needed before the Neolithic era or New Stone Age were the period in the development of the human technology taking place beginning 10,000 BC according to the Aspro chronology. The ancestors of the Subanon practiced dry agriculture and most likely had knowledge of pottery making. The Subanon are mainly agriculturists who practice three types of cultivations along the coastal area with agriculture with Plo o Carabao in the method of producing their staple rice. Beyond the coastal, both wet and dry agriculture is found. Subanon society is patriarchal with the family the basic as governmental unit. There is no political hierarchy on the village level. As in Dato system of government, the title of Dato was used occasionally in the past during the Sultanate. Timuay is the traditions title of the communal leader who is the chief arbiter of conflict between the families of a community of confederations. The word Tinuay variously spelled Timuay, or Timuay is also used in Maguindanao word which means chief or leader. It connotes both civil and religious authority of the bearer of the title. The Subanon do not practice division of labor based on sex. Men and women work in the fields together, and men can cook and care for the children when necessary. A neighborhood of 5 to 12 households become a unit of social organization where members engage in frequent interactions. Marriage in Subanon society is through parental arrangement which can take place even before parties reach the age of puberty. The contracting families go through preliminaries for the purpose of determination bride prices which may in the north of cash.
Ay, salamat. Magluto sa kuha kay Gutong.